Okay, so good morning, everyone. I hope you all are all set for this session today. Our session will continue until 12:30, so stay online till then. And yes, welcome you all to this session. For those who don't know what is Synergy Sphere, I would like to introduce you all to this platform. So this is our 8th session under this initiative, Synergy Sphere Uniting Minds for Collective Success. And as you all know now, we will be conducting this session through our LMS only. So whenever you want to join this session, you will have to log into your LMS. So under Synergy Sphere platform, we MITSD aim to provide you all a platform to share your knowledge, wisdom, and experiences with your fellow peers. Our primary objective within this initiative is to foster a learning community where students can not only exchange insights within their respective domains, but also share their personal life journeys and experiences. So our goal is to inspire you all to connect with each other, allowing you all to learn and grow together. So without a further ado, let's welcome our speaker for today is Mr. Manik Mankar, who is from our September 2017 batch. He is currently an associate vice president with the Clearing Corporation of India Limited. He is an accomplished electrical engineer with over 25 years of experience in engineering and infrastructure management. He has also experience in operations, maintenance, procurement, and modern day electronic security systems. His expertise includes project execution and management, material procurement, and operations and maintenance of various engineering services ranging from electrical systems to secure systems like access control, CCTV, and firefighting systems. With a comprehensive skill set, he has contributed significantly to new projects, revamping projects, and developmental projects, showcasing proficiency in tender preparation, job execution, and billing certifications. His experience extends to soft service security management, energy audits, and data center infrastructure. Overall, he is a seasoned professional and is a valuable asset in advancing engineering infrastructure and security systems. So, sir, I welcome you in our today's session. And I would like you to start with your introduction. If you can tell me a little bit about yourself, and I would like you to take over now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Dipti, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you, students. Good morning to all of you. Are you getting me? Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Good morning to all. Thank you, Ms. Dipti, madam. And I welcome all the students aboard. My name is Mandar Mainkar. As madam had just introduced me and informed you about where I'm working right now and what are my skill sets, or can say the knowledge qualifications. I am a completely middle class background person who has born and brought up in Mumbai culture. So that go-getter attitude is, is always inculcated in the people who are born and brought up at Mumbai, or I can say brought up at Mumbai really for 10 to 15 years. So I'm blessed that I was born in Mumbai and brought up in Mumbai. So it's automatically came into me. I right from very initially I thought that I want to become an engineer, because one thing is that in the whole of my family, a lot of people who was always from accounts backgrounds. There are CAs, ICWAs, or there are some science background people. So I thought, why I don't want to join that stream, something different. So I said, let me join engineering stream. Then, frankly speaking, I wanted to do mechanical engineering, but I could not able to score good marks in 10th. So then, what I got admission in electrical engineering. And then after joining electrical engineering, I thought that I belong to electrical engineering. And then fortunately, because of my good marks in ACADS, I got chance to work in companies like Bayer India Limited, Lloyd Steel Limited, etc. At my initial, or you can say early stages of my career, and that has really helped me a lot, and it is still they helping me a lot to grow in my organization. At a certain point of my time, when I was completely doing an engineering job in the Bayer India Limited, of course on a contract and on the Logistics Limited, complete engineering projects and procurement, I got a chance to work with National Stock Exchange. Now I really wondered that why National Stock Exchange, a company who is primarily offering the electronic platform from share trading, will need an electrical engineer. But when our team of electrical and civil engineers entered over there, they have a huge mammoth plans for you can say restructuring National Stock Exchange and constructing a big data center which will allow their trading to happen into their own office. So we have set up entire electrical engineering setup there, air conditioning setups in data center, including the you can say the precision AC. Then we have see when we did a data center in NSC in 2000, I think it was only the first one of the first 5 data centers of that size when we did it in National Stock Exchange. It is still existent in the same building called Exchange Plaza in the Bantafield complex. It's a very first building moment to enter the BKC. You can see that building first. So I'm very proud to associate with National Stock Exchange. Afterwards, I joined the Clearing Corporation of India Limited. NSE worked under license of SEBI, okay, under governance of SEBI. Clearing Corporation of India Limited works under governance of RBI. RBI also runs a lot of electronic trading platforms. Like you might have heard the derivatives. Although you're of an engineer, but you might say repo rates, derivatives. All these things you might listen or go through while you're reading some papers, etc. There are a lot of things which go in this particular banks market. So a lot of banks are members of Clearing Corporation of India Limited. We deal in government securities, foreign exchange settlement. So you need require a lot of a huge data center setup to manage all the transactions which happen during the day. And there are 5 to 6, 7 to 8 markets which run parallelly every day, and not a single microseconds of gap is allowed in that particular continuous operation training. It's a continuous operation systems. So like you're doing some surgery on patient, and 1 minute of stoppage also might create a huge havoc. And it can extend the operation for. It's the same situation here in our company. So all the infrastructure facilities what are in our company should be spick and span. So I joined Clearing Corporation of India Limited. We have our team has set up 3 different sites, and the sites and set up in such a manner that any point of time, suppose RBI tells us that you operate from that particular site, we have to operate from that particular site. So you can imagine that the setup which we have at one site, the same setup of entire engineering infrastructure, office infrastructure has to be created on other 2 sites also. That we call it a three-way DR. It's called three-way disaster recovery. All these systems are based on the disaster recovery concept, because this is the only market on which entire financial systems of banking system from India run in government securities, foreign exchange market, and derivatives. Now, this is not a session to give you information of foreign exchange, government securities, and derivatives, but they form a very major part of Indian financial market. Okay, so this is what the criticality of operations, what company actually handle. This is what my brief introduction to you. Basically, I am an electrical engineer, past qualification in industry engineering. Afterwards, I taken qualification in materials management and all while I was on job. That's all okay. Now, since predominantly in electrical engineering field and associated allied services, I'll try to give you that brief now also when we'll go through the system. Fine.
Uh, Good to know about you, sir. It was really like a very so much experiences which you have shared. So yes, we can continue with the overview of the session, whatever what you would be informing our
Fine.
students in the session.
Fine.
So yes,
Yeah.
please.
See this as it sheet says that it cover entire overview on electrical systems, air current systems. Air current system is a general AC system for office. Then you have precision AC systems, which is used for data center and all. Then you have UPS power systems. Then you have diesel generator sets, electronic security system like access control and CCTV, and safety and security systems like fire alarm and firefighting systems. All these systems fall under a domain of infrastructure and facility management person. You may be a civil engineer handling entire facilities, you may be electrical engineer, or you may be a mechanical engineer. If any company only afford only one engineer, then that one engineer has to manage all these things. But normally people do have company do hire people from diverse background, as my company hired civil engineer also. So there is a team which we handle. But now suppose you are the person as an electrical or mechanical engineer who need to handle the infrastructure and facilities into bracket engineering facilities, you have to handle all this. It's not only system services, which I said, but it's new projects, development projects, tendering, contracts, and operational maintenance, etc., etc. So I'm going to cover everything that in life of asset, how it can be improved, disposal of assets as per e-waste, and physical and electronic security system, which are very important aspects of every building now. Because unless and until physical security and electronic security of any building or facility is not proper, you have to have a big problems. Then you have to handle audits, you have to face a lot of audits, you have to closely interact with finance account department, legal department for tenders and compliance department for labor compliances. So you should have some intrapersonal management skills. And I'm also going to give you the career insights on a brief that if anyone who wanted to do a career in this field, what he or she needs. Yes, ma'am. Next slide.
Okay, so students, so we have a poll question here for you all. We just like to know your inputs in it. So I'm launching the poll in a minute. I would like you all to respond on it and give your inputs here, okay? So what is your opinion on this question? Which aspect of infrastructure and facility management do you consider most critical for the efficiency and safety of commercial banking financial institutes in data centers? So what is your opinion? Which one do you think would be very critical and very important to for its safety? Okay, so we are getting some responses here. Manik sir, are you able to see it?
Yeah, I can able see.
Okay, great. So yeah, many of you think that security and surveillance is very important. Okay, 44%. So students give your response. We will try to find out in our session today that which one is actually more important. So just for your opinion, we are having this poll here. Then let's find the answer at the end of the session then. So Manik sir, I hope that we can guide the students on this.
Yeah, definitely. I like.
Okay.
But I'm very happy that people are giving me the security service is very important, because that is the most important thing nowadays going forward. I think. But I'll tell my opinion in the last session when you last me. But I'm very happy to see that.
Okay, sir. So 46% of students have mentioned security and surveillance. Okay, great. So, sir, we will continue the session and let's see what will be the answer. Okay, so I'm ending the poll here, students, and we will move on with our session. Okay, just give me a minute. Anybody wants to put a response, please do it immediately and we will end it. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Oh.
Yeah. Now, since I told you that every facility, infrastructure, facility maintenance need good engineers. So there is a team of engineers which works on entire building facility. So there are a team of civil engineers, electrical technicians, and mechanical engineers who handle basically HVAC operators and their other operations, and physical security, which is one of the important factors of any commercial building which houses data center and all. So, a lot of companies prefer to hire people from retired Army Navy because they have a basic security background. A lot of people wherein I work, like I worked in National Stock Exchange or worked in Bayern Limited, they preferred very high ranked IPS police officers. See, when I was in National Stock Exchange as a head security consultant, we were having Dr. Mr. D.S. Soman, who was Chief of Maharashtra Police State and retired just 3-4 years back. He was CP of Mumbai Police also. He was heading our security operations, and it includes physical as well as electronic security. And he always had said one thing to me, that physical security is only one security, which is the first will deter anything if it's going to happen. And people of the physical security should be most on alert and should be most intelligent people to understand situations or understand what is going to exactly happen and all. So he always used to see like this, and we have got under train under it. But he also used to say that electronic security, like you have door frame metal detectors, then handle metal, which we'll see at every mall now. Correct? Baggage scanners. Now you see baggage scanners. See, National Stock Exchange was the first company in entire IFBC sector, entire international finance and banking center in BKC, which has bought the baggage scanners. The baggage scanners we used to have on airport, we have bought it in NSE in 2003, when people were not aware about what electronic security should be. That time, Mr. Soman told us to have the baggage scanners because you should scan every baggage which is entering into the building. So this is what the importance of security they have given, which is a part of facility. You have a lot of material movements, inward outward movements, etc. So all these things are based on physical security aspect. Now electronic security has gone to the places. Now you have various access control, CCTV, building management systems. Another important system, fire alarm system. You have fire alarm system to early deterrent of to know where fire is happening. Suppose fire happens and it goes beyond control, then you have a fire extinguishing system apart from normal fire extinguishers which you have. You have the for entire building you will have a hydrant and sprinkler systems, and for the data center you have the gas based fire alarm systems. Gas normally includes FM 200 system, which actually comes out automatically if there is a certain situation data center, which we call it cross zoning of the fire alarm system. The gas comes out automatically and extinguishes the fire. So other there are also soft services which are not taking touching it, yeah, housekeeping and hospitality. They are also very important aspects of which can anyway support the IFM. And uh, our facility, since we have civil engineers, we also need to control this gardening, horticulture, flora, fauna, and dry and waste garbage. Now this is a new addition in civil engineers system because people are do care about environment now. So now it's a responsibility of facility manager or facility in charge to take care of the environment. All companies say that you have to separate the dry garbage and wet garbage into your own premises. So in Clearing Corporation of India Limited, our civil engineer has set up this entire facility. We have a team of female coming for 4 to 5 hours every day, and they do dry and wet garbage separation, and we create manure out of it and we give it to gardening to BMC, and also put that manure to our plants and flora and fauna within our building. Or a lot of people also will take that manure for their own gardening in their household. So this is what we are not sending any of the garbage outside to the BMC. Indirectly we are giving a good service to BMC, so that load of the segregation and garbage etc on BMC gets reduced. We're doing that. Next man. Now coming back to civil engineering work profile. In my opinion, every such data center, every such a important entity organization should hire, who are having the big facility should hire a civil engineer also. And he must, because he's do such a lot of work that you have a main building works, including main civil construction, then you have qualified architects, contractors, a lot of other stakeholders of and project management consultants. Because a lot of companies nowadays appoint a project management consultant to oversee the project, to oversee the billing, to oversee the progress of the job, and wait for a final bill. The civil engineer, not only he has to construct the building, but he will come in picture when you need to scout the land and office space. So you get in touch with a lot of international property management consultants, find the lands, find the space. It may be bare shell, or it may be the barren land where you're going to construct the building. Like a lot of companies earlier used to prefer a barren land, and they will construct the entire commercial building in which they have also data center. Like IFBC Center, International Finance and Banking Sector, where it was set up. The MMRDA, that is Mumbai Metro Region Authority, has taken out the plot sale, and they told everyone to take the plot and construct the building. So this is what the concept which they also followed, that every company who wanted to set up their business in IFBC Center in Bandla Kurla complex, they have to choose a plot and then they have to construct. So every company now, is looking into that. If I want to set up my company or I want to set up a big infrastructure, then why I will go in some commercial building and I will just go there and set up my business. So if I wanted to have a big own building wherein I need to have my own setup, my own data center, or you can say not data center, but very important electronic systems or IT system, then I will prefer it to have in my own building, because anything happens in my own building, I can able to handle. There is no dependency on an entity which is above my floor. There is no dependency on an entity which is below my floor. Anything happens below my floor, then I have to evacuate the building. Anything happens above my floor, then I have to evacuate the building. Or suppose you go to any developer site that there is something happen, then there is reputation risk for a company. So civil engineer also choose this entire land and he checks the CCA and OC of construction. Then he look after all the interiors by getting coordination with interior architects, design engineers. Then look at carpentry services, woodworks, painting chairs. Then glass facade is one of the important which has come in recently, which has come to the surface. A lot of glass facade building you can see in entire India. So this is what the one thing which they are paying attention to it now. It has very good, we can say, the contribution in air conditioning reduction, because glasses have come with a now double tilted design that the direct sunlight cannot come inside the office premises, which can reduce the load on air conditioning systems and which can in turn help to save you on electrical energy. So this is one of the biggest contributions of which glass facade has made into the facility management. Considering energy saving, I already explained that you have a weight garbage separate systems over there. Horticultural gardening, flora and fauna has already been there. And it's very important that civil engineer should have very good offices with local area office, ward officers, and all statutory authorities. I have given one important tip note down that above includes tender, contracts, procurement, annual maintenance contract, etc. etc. And the work domain is states statutory that building fire, because fire officer always visit your faculty premises. It gives the complete OCT. So now you have a municipal corporation engineers who do visit every 6 months to your premises. Some visits are planned, some are unplanned, to check water connection, to check mosquito repellent system, whether you have put properly during the monsoons. So you have property tax issues. You have water department who regularly comes to your premises and check the water disposal. So civil engineer per se is also a very big scope which he has to handle, and there are all important scopes for any of the organization, including having the data centers. Next, madam. Yeah, now students, we have to find it, answer the poll.
Yes, sir. So I'm launching the poll. What do you think based on the explanation? Which aspect of civil engineering do you think poses the greatest challenge in ISM? So students, which one do you think is the greatest challenge? And Manik sir, you can also give your points on this.
Yeah.
Once get all the responses. So coordination with contractors, okay. Most of you think that this is the most challenging part.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you have any questions you would like to ask, you would like to know, you can also put those questions in the chat. Okay, only 57% of students have answered. Please, others, please give your response on this poll question.
Yeah, madam. Should I say on this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Good. They are right actually. Construction of main building is most important. But what I also say that coordination with contractors. Now, when I say when you say contractors, you maybe want to mean that stakeholders, right? Civil has to do with top management and people down the line, architects, contractors, PMC. So they're right. Coordination with all the agencies is very important, and it's a very stressful job for engineers, because unless and until you construct a building, a right building at the right time with right approvals. No company will set up a data center over there. So it's very important for civil engineer that all this coordination is most important. When I say contractors, it includes all the stakeholders from management, from contractors. I agree with you.
Okay, sir. So any student who would like to ask anything, if you want to, you can put the question in the chat box also, or if you want to unmute, you can do that as well. Okay, so we will move on with our presentation. Thank you for your responses on this poll. What's the answer? Sir, the student is asking what is the answer for this poll 2?
Poll 2 answer, I said that construction of building is also important, but when you say coordination with contractors, yeah, when I say contractors, I feel it's all the stakeholders. Now, contractors to stakeholders, because yeah, for building construction, what they've said is right. 50% people what have voted, they are absolutely correct. Coordination with contractors is huge. Now, for coordination, you need to coordinate with a lot of other stakeholders. Like suppose you're going to select a land. Now, land is all government land, and you need to coordinate with MITSDE. If you go to Vashi and all area in Mumbai, you have to go to SIDCO. Suppose in Pune, you have to go for that authority to find out the land there. So it's not only the only contract coordination with the contractors, it's a coordination with entire stakeholders, man. जो लैंड बेचता है MMRD है, authorities है, your company authorities है, downline people है, then you are people who are going to construct the building actually, their building supervisors, they're actually workers. So civil engineer has a huge job on his hand, because unless and until he constructs the building, which is well approved building, well designed building, and well constructed building, no data center can be set up in that building, or no infrastructure of any organization can be set up in that building. They're right.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anything else anybody wants to know? Okay, there is one more after the... Okay, so we can ask Shashikant, you can ask this question later. We will move on with our presentation.
Yeah. So as an electrical engineer, how many of you are electrical engineers in this session?
Can you all put a yes in the chat box just for our speaker? How many of you are from the electrical engineering background? Those who have done electrical engineering, please put a yes in the chat box. Okay. Students, am I audible to you all?
I think no, they can speak also. No? If anyone is there, then you can say on the.
Yeah,
on the
you can even unmute and you can put you can speak up, or you can even put it in the chat. No, you all, those who are putting no, they are not from the electrical engineering background. So
are they mechanical background?
Anybody from mechanical, if you
or
can,
civil, I mean, why, whatever. I mean.
Or any engineering background,
yeah,
you can
fine,
put.
fine. That is right question I suppose.
Okay, so you can put yes here, engineering background.
Yes, Janeshwar Shinde says he's from mechanical, right? Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shekhar Kulkarni is from mechanical.
Yeah, Kulkarni is from mechanical, right?
Barun is from mechanical.
Dharmendra said yes. Barun Thakur is from mechanical. Good.
Ramesh is electrical engineer. And Sonali, yes, mechanical. Great. Samita.
Computer, fine. Civil, yeah, somebody's from civil.
Rishikesh.
Yeah, Mr. Rishikesh, can I ask you a question? Am I audible to you?
Rishikesh, you can raise your hand or respond in the chat. Okay, great. So I will just request you to unmute. Yeah, you can unmute, Rishikesh.
Sir.
Yeah, Rishikesh, what sort of job you do?
I am doing right now highway engineering and bridge.
Oh, you are in a good job then. And there is no possibility that you will join the building sector, because once the people join highway and bridges. No, they're very specialized job because one of my team engineer was civil engineer. He earlier used to do the dams. Then he come to our
Yeah.
company. Then he joined highways. So he said, this is the best challenge job which he's having. He's saying no dam can be challenging, but highway, roadways, and construction. I mean, the bridges is more challenging. I just asked because I
Yeah.
just want to ask you whether you are from a data center background because then fine. Petroleum. Okay, there's somebody from petroleum also.
We have Shivani also, who is a civil engineering. So
Shivani, yeah, Shivani. Those who are civil engineers, can you just Shivani, am I audible?
Even Shivani, Pankaj Kumar Singh, and Prashant Pawar.
Yeah.
Any one of you, if you can unmute. Okay. Pankaj Kumar, can you unmute yourself? Prashant Pawar, Shivani. Okay. Think they are not able to unmute.
Just somebody, I don't know, some lady was electronic engineer. Who was electronic engineer?
Electronic engineering, Pooja Shushri Indulkar. Hello, ma'am. Can you unmute yourself? Anybody who would like to unmute? Okay.
Fine. Can I go ahead with the presentation, ma'am?
Yeah, anybody who would like to unmute, I have given you all the access to unmute yourself. You can try now. Okay. Pooja. So giving a minute. Shivani. Anyone?
Rishikesh has asked to unmute. Rishikesh has some question, I think.
We had discussion with him, sir. Just
Yeah, fine.
yeah.
Ji,
Okay.
sir.
No problem. We will move ahead. Yes, sir. We can move on with the business. Is the session not for business science? Yes, it is. Okay, so we can move on with the presentation.
Yeah. Now for electrical engineers or for mechanical engineers, whatever type of engineer you are, you have to handle these things. You have to set up the entire infrastructure right from beginning. You have to take care of high tension, that is 11 kV and 20 kV power supply lines from local power supply authorities. Like, in Maharashtra, you have Maharashtra distribution, MSC DCL. If you are in Mumbai, then you have Adani, or you have Tata Power also to give you the transformer substation power to BST also in some of the main town areas from Bandra onwards to Kulaba. Then you have to have a lot of low tension job, because low tension job is a job where you carry out your job, you do your electrification of entire building with panels, cables, wires. Then you have a diesel generator set. Now in city, the requirement of diesel generator set is there, but now it is required because to run 24/7 business operations. Power can go any point of time, and any point of time you should have a backup power ready to run the entire facility in case the main power goes. So diesel generation is also very important aspects of any of the independent. And independent means, when I say on power, to run the entire show, because that can anyway run the DG set can run for almost 240 hours continuously. That means 10 days it can run continuously. This is the power of DG set, which DG set company says 240 hours you can run. Afterwards, you need to stop because you need to change some of the filters of diesel filters and oil filters, etc. Then you have another important aspect is UPS power supply. Now, when main power supply goes, if you are in any establishment right now, if you are on site, you will get a small box of UPS. What it tells you that when the power supply goes, you will not get anything on your screen. Maybe light will go, but the power supply to your PC will be always on, because the UPS is in between. UPS takes care of this power disruption when it happens and gives you a power supply. When DG set will come in the picture, DG set will start giving the power to the entire facility, say from 30 minutes to 30 seconds to 1 minute, any time span between that. So for that 1 minute, at least for 2 minutes, UPS uninterrupted power supply systems with batteries should give you the power supply to your entire IT infrastructure, to your servers, to your hubs, to your Wi-Fi units, to your computer, whether you are on site or whether you are in office. Now nowadays the next one is heat HVAC system. Now I'll tell you, as a facility engineer, you should know that if your bill is coming every day, every month, 100 rupees, then at least 65 to 70 rupees will come for the air conditioning. That means 70% जो मेरे बिल का है वो मैं एसी में भरता हूँ. तो इसके लिए lot of control and lot of emphasis always given on designing and implementation of heat, ventilation, air system. That is called AC systems, but technical name is HVAC. That is called heat, ventilation, air systems. Now, and when it go to data center, then it becomes precision AC systems, because normally when you have your in office, you do not have that much of humidity control and all. But for data center and all, you need to have precision AC of say 20 degree plus minus one cooling, and you need to have precise humidity control, that is 50 to 55%, because all the IBM, HP machines which are installed in data centers per se, they have the strict humidity control, and they will give you the alarms if humidity goes below limit or humidity goes beyond any required limit. So precision air conditioning is also very important aspect of the data center. Then you have security systems which will have access control, BMS, CCTV. You have firefighting systems, which I already explained. Regular payment of electricity is one of the important jobs which you have to do. You have to do energy audits every 3 to 5 years. You have to look at your system health based on your regular maintenance reports or yearly maintenance reports, 6 monthly maintenance reports. You have to find out what is the life of asset is still remaining in asset based on their electrical efficiency and effectiveness. Then you have to go to management, tell them you have to carry out energy audit to check existing systems, find out whether any system can be changed or altered based on the inputs provided by auditors. Then you have to also manage lifts. You have baggage scanner systems or DFM, that is called door flame metal detectors. Again, I have given important notice below that above includes tender, contracts, procurement, annual maintenance contract, management. And work domain, you have to, as a facility engineer, you are maybe mechanical, electrical or electronic engineer, you need to have a good contacts with fire officers and electricians. Next slide, madam.
Hello, sir. Sir, there is some background noise. Can you have a control on it? Is there any background noise from your side, sir?
There is what, madam said?
Sir, background noise. We are getting some background noise from there.
Background noise? No, madam. I mean,
Okay.
now you're
Okay.
now you're getting.
No. Okay, now it's fine. Yes. Okay. And sir, there are a few students who want to ask some questions. So, students, you can unmute and you can ask.
Hello, sir. This
Hello?
is Sakshi.
Madam, can you be little louder?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
madam,
sir.
can you be little louder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir,
please.
I want to exactly know about what you are working position in NSC.
When I joined NSC, I joined as a executive officer in 1997. 7th November 1997, I joined National Stock Exchange. And I left the company when I was assistant manager there. So when we constructed National Stock Exchange, that is the Exchange Plaza building, which is there and right now at BKC, we did our data center there. So I was in NSC from 7th November 1997 to 16 February 2007. 10 years almost.
Sir, because I just want to ask, because I am not from engineering background, right?
Yeah.
So I am not getting all this stuff. I'm not from engineering background.
Okay.
So I'm not getting what you are explaining in this.
Okay. Then I don't know. I mean, do you want me to be little expressive on sort of this? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think.
So is this IMF? I know, but what you are saying, I'm not getting this.
Exactly. No. Till the time, maybe last half an you haven't got, which I really wanted to convey, or I mean, where is the gap actually?
तो थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आया मेरे को,
अच्छा
मतलब बाकी का जो भी कंस्ट्रक्शन वगैरह बोल रहे हैं आप, वो नहीं समझ में आया मेरे को।
मैडम, कंस्ट्रक्शन का ऐसा है, अगर आप खुद इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर हो तो आपको नहीं नहीं जमेगा. यू नीड टू बी द प्रैक्टिसिंग सिविल इंजीनियर, देन ओनली यू विल कम टू नो. बट मैंने ये कहा है कि अगर आपकी कोई कंपनी है और आपको कहाँ पर एक जगह लेनी है, आप सोचते हो कि यू कैन नॉट गो टू इन एनी ऑफ द कमर्शियल एस्टेब्लिशमेंट्स एंड सेट अप योर ओन फैक्ट्री, तो आपको सिविल इंजीनियर हायर करने पड़ेंगे जिसके पास ये सभी स्किल सेट है. वो सिविल इंजीनियर आपको सब कुछ करके देगा. What I'm saying, mota moti, that any establishment who wanted to have the spick and span infrastructure or the spick and span 24/7 continuously in data center, he should have, I mean, that organization should have a team of civil engineers, electrical engineers, and mechanical engineers.
थैंक यू सर.
Yeah, thank you.
एंड आई वांट टू आस्क लास्ट क्वेश्चन.
Yeah.
आपने पीजीडीएम किया है ना, तो स्पेशलाइजेशन कौन से में सर?
Right.
हाउ इट्स वर्क फॉर यू?
Very good, madam. See, I have done PGDM, just completed in energy management. So I was aware how to carry out energy audits, how to do energy audits. But when I gone into the depth of that, when I appear for this particular subject of energy management to MIT, I got 6 to 7 different dimensions to energy audit. I got more peripherals to look into energy audits, which although I was in trade, for last 20 years, I was not having that much of concentration to that peripherals. So now, as I see, like, you can say polishing of the thing. Like, suppose now you are a woman, correct? You may be cooking something. So you cook, someone else will come and she will come and she'll cook. She'll cook the same sabji which you cook. But there may be some different taste to that particular sabji. Other family members say, no, madam, inka acha tha. You will try to learn, correct? Or you will try to get, ye isme ye acha kiya, isme thoda kam kiya. So this is what I have gained from the course which I did. Where I need to concentrate more, I learn from this course.
So in a way, sir, it helps you to improvise your day-to-day activities and
101%.
yes, and do it more effectively, isn't it?
Right.
So yes, definitely, this management degree management courses do help us to do our tasks
Definitely.
effectively.
Skills, and you can say every course has a learning, man, correct?
Yes.
No, you learn something, but basically you read something. When you read something, it goes to your mind and you learn. So what I feel, any post-graduate, like who will do post-graduation course? Those who are maybe already in a trade. They do not have time to go to colleges and attend the regular lectures. When a college like MIT offers this particular facility to us, you can sit at home, you can solve assignments, you can get the material, study material which I'm getting. People should take advantage of it. Now, at my age also, I'm doing it because I like. You should know what are the current trends which are going in the market. So it will help you to connect to the current trends which are going in market when you carry out such of the courses. Secondly, you will also check whether your mind is still working or not. I mean, to gain knowledge, that's also one of the important.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great input, sir. So, anyone else who wants to ask anything, I can see your hand here. Sunil Kothari.
Yeah, Mr. Sunil, Sanga.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, Mr. Kothari. Tell me.
Sir, like this session is going on regarding the electrical.
Right.
I have one query regarding the same.
Yeah.
If my establishment have the connection from electrical department, okay.
Okay.
And am I also using generator also?
Yeah.
So for the generator, I also need to take a separate connection and I have to pay bill to government.
See, I tell you.
For generating the electricity.
No, I tell you. For you to have a generator there, first of all,
Yeah.
you need to obtain a permission for local electrical department of government. Now you are in Maharashtra, PW department of Maharashtra provides you license, VO license
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the DG set, first time
Yeah.
license. Then you have to go to MPCB, Pollution Control Board, which gives
Yeah.
you a license for establishing it and running it with a proper
Yes, sir. Yes.
environment controls.
Yes,
Now
sir,
for every 3 monthly, you need to pay the DGCET duty, whatever generation you make. Correct? You
So
make.
is there any guideline for the same?
Yeah, you can go to see. Matlab, whatever units you generate every quarterly, you have to fill the form B. You have to fill it to local electrical inspector's office, and you,
Form B.
yeah, form B. There is
Yeah.
also a arrangement that you can pay the RBI challan advance in bank for that particular account, electrical inspector account, and from there whatever generation is there, you can negate that. आप 500 रुपया भरो, मेरे ये महीने का जनरेशन 200 रुपया हुआ है, you still have 300 rupees balance in that particular account, but you have to fill a form B regularly there.
Form
Now
B.
coming back to this question,
Ah.
Maharashtra Pollution Control Board recently in month of June 2023 has come up with one more notification to have retrofit emission control device on every DG set which is less than 1000 kVA. So, so they, even though if your DG set is less than 1000 kVA, even it is used on site or in office, that device has to be compulsorily installed. There is also new notification. A lot of things are going on that, but I just want to keep you updated what is the recent thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Fine. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Sunil, for your question. And anybody else who would like to ask anything, you can raise your hand and you can ask the question. Okay, so sir, one student is requesting to continue the slide, to repeat the slide from 5th point. So if we can explain that.
HVAC. Yeah. Fifth point is heat ventilation air conditioning system. Normally we call it slang in AC, air conditioning. But I think there are 5 to 6 mechanical engineers over here. I think they have studied AC in depth than me because they were having AC in curriculum when they completed their degree or diploma. So it is called heat ventilation. First you have to ventilate the heat, then conditioning will come. That's what the technical name is, HVAC. So now, this is one of the important systems which you have to maintain in any commercial establishment. अगर आपके एस्टेब्लिशमेंट का बिल अगर आपको 100 रुपया आ रहा है, उसमें से 50 या 60 रुपया, कभी भी 70 रुपया भी आपको एसी के लिए देना पड़ता है. That means it is a fact that when if you stop the AC to run in the entire facility for 1 month, your bill will be 30 to 40 rupees out of 100. How you check it? See, every time there is some unit consumption. Now we record every unit consumption at our premises, at our building. So when Sunday you go, you find out there is no AC, unit consumption is less. It is only one device because it is a device which is, physically it is called heat emitting device. Like your geyser is heat emitting device in your residence. You use geyser. That is a heat emitting device. So those who are heat emitting devices, like HVAC, you have heat emitting device. You have a heater which heat emitting device. A lot of you can have the what you can say hot plate which is heat emitting device, geyser, heater. All these 6 heat emitting devices, they take a lot of energy from the complete establishment. So those people who are having huge HVAC infrastructure, they have to look into its efficiency and effectiveness. Otherwise, your billing will not get controlled. Then next one is security system, that access control, CCTV, BMS, which I already explained. You have also has to manage firefighting and fire extinguishing systems. I'll again say firefighting means actually when a fire happens, every building there are 2 type of systems. One is sprinkler system, one is hydrant system. Sprinkler system is installed in every premises. If you are an engineer, if you're sitting in office, you will find a small sprinkler which is coming out of your ceiling. It has 4 steel barricades like this. उसके बीच में वो पानी जाने के लिए जगह रहती है. So whenever there is a fire happens in the building, there is a bulb which is attached to that device. It breaks and water starts coming from it. There is a pump given down. जैसे पानी आना चालू होता है with a particular pressure, the pump starts and the pressure of water wherein it needs to get out is continuously remains in the system. Suppose entire building gets a fire, then everywhere the sprinkler will get on and it will try to extinguish the fire with the help of pressurized water before the fire help comes from municipal corporation, before the fire brigade comes out. For data center, you have another system called sorry, FM200 systems. That is called the gas-based fire extinguishing systems. For data center, you have this system. Data center, you don't use water or you don't use powder-based handle make fire extinguishers, because whenever this gas comes out, This gas will not damage any of your IT equipments, IT machines which are set up in data center. So for data center, you will always have a gas-based fire alarm system or fire extinguishing system. I'm sorry. For data center, you will have fire extinguishing system gas-based, and for entire building, you have firefighting and sprinkler and hydrant systems. These are all things which you do as electric engineer. You pay electricity bills, carry out energy audits, you have to maintain lifts, baggage scanner systems, and door frame materials. Here you have to procure that. You have to enter into maintenance contract, give them deliverables, maintain their monthly or quarterly wages, and give. This is what the slide says.
I hope the question.
Yeah. Firefighting. Mr. Rahul Kumar says firefighting. Yeah, firefighting is used everywhere, sir. Like earlier, firefighting was having importance. This asked by Mr. Rahul Kumar Singh. Kumar Singh, it's a good question by you. Good hand raised. See, earlier days, firefighting systems are predominantly used in factories. But now, as I told you, that every data center or every facility who house a data center is also become very important from a fire perspective. So every commercial building, whether of any importance, whether you go to any commercial building now, you will find this firefighting setup, fire alarm setup, and which will find working fine. I mean, it works fine. Like in my building, I'm the only engineer. In my building, I have to have a good firefighting and fire alarm systems, for which every 7 day we carry out our testings by literally putting on the pump, breaking it and firing it, and hydrant se hum log fire karte hain pani ko. All these things we do every 7 day we do. So this is very important thing, because protection of the building, that called protection of the asset, is most important nowadays. Next statement.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. My question is the 12 number door frame mental is. Can you define this?
What
Number point number 12. 12.
12. Door frame metal detector.
Yes.
Yeah. You have gone to every of the mall nowadays. Barabar hai na malls. You visit any mall.
Yes.
There is one square system which is put up. That is called door frame metal detector. That is called the first deterrent. Suppose any person entering in my building now. Suppose you say you are having your own building. Like Tata has a Tata Powerhouse building, or Tata has a Tata main building, or Reliance has a Reliance center. Anywhere you go into that center where you have a big engineering and data center establishments, you have to pass through the door frame metal detector. It is the first detector which will indicate how much metal you are carrying along with you. Suppose the security guard standing in front of the metal detector indicates, or the machine indicates him that you get this particular rating के above अगर आपको red rating मिला है, then the guard has the authority right to check your baggage, entire body, etc. That is the first deterrent, that no one is carrying a metal device beyond a certain limit. Afterwards, your baggage is put through. So you can say door frame metal detector is a scanner from a PAX who is entering, and for baggage scanner, it's your bag or whatever baggage you are carrying. Baggage scanner will deter or will know how much metal you are carrying in the bag, and whether it is beyond something, or whether you are carrying any explosives. That is also one of the important things which is there.
Is it the interest time?
What?
Is it the interest time? We'll check this metal detector.
Metal detector is put at the entrance only. Like
entrance.
I mean, suppose you have a building.
Okay.
Building.
Because suppose this mall are the metallic mall. This is the mall have metals, irons. Suppose.
Yeah.
Then the customer will buy the metallic product. Then he will be go out from the frame. Then detector will the alarming.
Yes. See, I tell you, the door flame metal detector is used to find out any metal, any person or any living human being is carrying on him hidden. अगर उसके कपड़े में है किधर तो वो फाइंड आउट करेगा, बिकॉज मेटल डिटेक्टर स्कैन्स यू फ्रॉम योर एंटायर बॉडी. Now, suppose the reading on a metal detector goes beyond certain limit, the security guard will check you. with a handle metal detector that is called HHMD. उससे वो आपको ना check करना चाहिए. Have you gone to see any of the test matches or cricket matches, IPL matches? So you have that HHMD, correct? You know, he checks it, and if suppose you have coin etc. it pips. So he tell you no sir, आप coin निकाल के रखिए. So any material or any material which is beyond a certain limit, every organization has a limit. Sorry. So beyond that limit, you cannot carry anything inside the building as per the building rules. For data center, वहाँ तो बहुत strong है. Data center में तो काफी strong है. मतलब you cannot carry. Some people say you cannot carry your watch also. Some people say no, you have to surrender your watch at the entrance reception also.
Okay, sir, there is some background noise coming from.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
I'm just telling you. Yeah, fine.
Okay. Sir, so I hope that the questions are answered. We can quickly move on to the next slide.
Yeah. So this is now the what new any new project which you are going to hold on, ma'am. I just come back again. I just intend to reduce the sound.
Okay, students, so if you have any questions, you can keep it ready and we will have.
Yes, madam. Hello.
Yeah.
So now we'll go to this next slide. That's scouting of land revamping projects, tendering contracts for procurement. Slide says that you need to scout for a land. I already explained. Management gives you requirement to scout for land. Either you scout for land, you have to go for a bare shell making. Then you have to select a consultant and architect for construction of building. Then for selecting the contractors to carry out their own jobs, you have to have the pre-qualification document, because you will find lot of stakeholders, lot of contractors, lot of civil contractors, military contractors in market. But you should select the right one. So how you select the right one? You have to have the pre-qualification document which has something, when the company is established, what is the turnover in last 3 years, what is the financial strength, what are the administrative staff, qualification of the engineers who are in their company. Like a lot of big tenders, like somebody from BSN contracts. Now that engineer who has asked me, now if he's involved in tendering process, then he will know that what a huge tendering process people do carry out to shortlisting a contractor. Like suppose you want to carry out, like suppose anyone goes to market to procurement of vegetables also, you go to different whalers, correct? यहाँ पे कितना है, वहाँ पे कितना है. So it's for 100 rupees you do like this. For crores of rupees you have big stake. So you shortlist lot of people based on this. Now you have to have a tender process for every big job. Now for us, for every maintenance job also, we have to carry out this process. Now you have to make a general tender document. In some companies it is called inquiry document, or some people call it RFP, that is request for proposal and all. So all these things are there. You have to take a pre-bid meetings, and you have to meet the pre-bid meetings. You have to add something which is suggested by the contractors and etc. Then you have to, after everything technical they are online, open the financial bids, compare the financial bids technically, and then negotiate in presence of your appropriate authorities of the management, and then based on that give a work order to a contractor whom you have selected. Then you have to carry out the work execution, then installation commissioning, then you have to give you the work completion certificate, and of course as an engineer of the facility we have to carry out the billing also, and billing certificate also. Until the time it get released the payment, it is your responsibility. Now this is till the point you complete the project. Afterwards it comes operate and maintain. So you have to operate that and maintain that. Then the life of asset, and maintenance of asset, preventive maintenance will come afterwards. It's a very huge job, huge scope of it, huge domain.
So
Next
can
slide.
I-
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a poll question for everyone. I'm just launching it. Please give your response here. So what do you think? What is the key to successful tender management in IFM? Clear technical specification or effective negotiation skills? Okay, so most of you are answering clear technical specifications, 62%.
Yes, madam. That madam, right in any engineering domain. Because based on your technical specification, the vendor or contractor will give you the financial code. No?
Okay.
Right? So that is the most important aspects of any tender or any inquiry person. They are
Okay.
absolutely correct.
Okay, sir. Great, great. So good to have your answer here, students, and good to see that you all are so attentive here.
I'm very happy that he just saying technically, because a lot of people do emphasis on negotiation. That is also right. You have to negotiate hard. But nowadays trade is changing. Now everybody is saying it should be win-win situation for contractors and as a client. Nowadays everybody is a business partner. So this is very important. Students nowadays, what has happened is that the company tell you to negotiate with them, but they will say rather than negotiating, what value add will get from the quotation that they have given you. That also one of the important things that they will tell you कि उन्होंने जो कोड दिया है आप तो negotiate करो, लेकिन उनको बोलो कि अगर यही कोड हम सेम रखते हैं, what additional thing in this you can give it to the sorry management or in that job to enhance the work what they will do for your organization.
Oh.
But for that purpose, your technical specifications should be clear. Should be absolutely, otherwise vendor will play there. So you're not given this, that is why I have considered this and all. So in pre-bid meeting, which I say earlier, no, there is a pre-bid very important meeting where people discuss most of the technical things in pre-bid meetings. Everybody will come in the same table. No, all contractors are together there. Technically, they will discuss the things. And then they will say, yeah, this position is okay. Suppose there is a ambiguity in this thing. Of course, tender has a provisions, suppose there is an ambiguity which will prevail. Some tender will say BOQ will prevail, some tender will say technical specification will prevail, some tender will say drawings will prevail on every and above. That's a very micro level of tendering which is not a part of this system. But they are right. The clear specifications are most important for any tender.
Okay. So we will move on.
Correct. Yeah, ma'am, please. Yeah. Now, operational maintenance is one of the important part. I think a lot of mechanical electrical engineers do that. You have maintenance practices, you have proper preventive maintenance, which will avoid operational failure. You have asset of organizations. Every engineering asset is mentioned as asset. Now, this is for you engineers who wanted to make the career, whether in infrastructure or whether in any other field. You also, it's very important that if you're on client side, everything new thing which you do, sorry, it has a recorded as an asset in your book of accounts. The book of accounts with your balance sheet. Every new projects, major projects is a capital expenses which is considered by the company. Any maintenance job, upkeep jobs, contract expenses, spare part procurement, research procurement come under revenue expenses. Although both are the expenses only, but they are categorized in these two terms. I am giving you this is very important information to you because you should not know from your trade. Nowadays, traders happen like this. You can master of one trade, but now jack of all. Earlier क्या था? He one of the person jack of all, master of none. अबे ऐसा हो गया है, उल्टा हो गया है. You can be master of one, but try to jack of all. The proverb that change. आप एक किसी भी चीज में अगर मास्टर होंगे तो उसके आजू बाजू क्या चलता है ना, you should know that. So finance and account, which is the one department which you will interact very closely with this. So ये expenses उसके अंदर ऐसे they are going to mark that. Then you have a life of asset. Now why you do maintenance? You do maintenance because you increase life of assets. Now there is some concept which is going on in market that आजकल क्या होता है, use and throw होता है. See, there are only electronic items which are use and throw items. Like you say your TV is use and throw, 10 साल के बाद में उसके फिर because companies are only saying now it is beyond repairs. But lot of infrastructure things which has pumps, which have chillers, air current system, electrical system, mechanical system, which are a lot of things, they are repairable, and they have to have a very good predictive and preventive maintenance to increase life of asset. Of course, every manufacturer coming into life of asset will tell you that after say company X says or IT X says that for book of accounts की electronic systems 5 years में आपका वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा. अगर आपने 2024 में सिस्टम लिया है 100 रुपए में, तो 2019 में that will become to 0. That does not mean that it has become to 0. You should change it, because if the value is become 0, accounting value is become 0. That does not mean that your engineering value has become zero. It has some life, so then you have to give it maintenance. Sometimes it might happen that asset is disposed of before the life. Sometimes asset has put to a lot of stress, and the total life of asset is, you can say that it is just 10 years, but 8 saal mein we need to change it because it is stress, it's not working properly. Then you have to, anyway, you have to sell that asset in market. There is an asset sale in market, so market will give you some price of it, and then this asset will have its book value. Suppose there is one asset which you buy in 2024 with the 10 rupees, and 2029 it will become zero. But in 2028 the value is 2 rupees, and you are saying in 2022 only you will say that you want to sell this particular product in market, you want to dispose of because this is not working properly. This is one. Secondly, system is aged, or thirdly, lot of advanced systems are available in market right now which I'm getting at a cheaper rate. So better to have advantage of it rather than maintaining the same thing which has aged old. But then account will tell you, fine, engineering solution is fantastic, you can go ahead with it, you can do, we'll give you budget. But accounting will book it as a loss in their book. Suppose the book value of any asset is 2 rupees right now. Book value means आपने 10 रुपए में लिया है 2024 में, और बुक में उसका वैल्यू, बुक वैल्यू बोल रहा हूं मैं आपको, उसका बुक में उसका वैल्यू will get to zero in 2029. But you now saying in 2028 only I want to change it. So account will say there is 2 rupees of value in the book. You can go ahead with the change the system. Now you will sell the system in market at 1 rupees 50 paisa. So what they will do, 50 paisa they will book as a loss in their books of accounts. Or suppose you are going to sell it in 2 rupees 10 paisa, they will say 10 paisa हमें system बेच के profit हुआ है. This is accounting which I am giving you, because if you are an infrastructure facility engineer, it is very important that it's not only asset maintenance but asset sale when it comes now. It has also have a big importance nowadays. As I told you that if you see there is something called e-waste policy which I have written there. Government has come up with e-waste policies like asset disposal, like you have a NPCB and CPCB norms. There are certified agencies which is approved by the Central Pollution Control Board or Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, through whom only you have to sell your electrical and electronic assets. There is a separate notification which indicates which of the items fall under electrical asset, which are the items fall under electronic asset, which are items fall under hazardous asset, like UPS system which I explained, uninterrupted power supply systems which I explained has a battery. So batteries as considered a hazardous waste. Like DG set will also have batteries. Batteries are considered as a hazardous waste. So whenever you are going to dispose your assets, you have to follow another procedure of e-waste. So that will come under legal and compliance department. So as an engineer, you will see, how many things I will handle. I'll handle my job also. I'll manage my contractors. I'll manage management. I'll manage accounts and finance. No, I need to manage legal and compliance. You have to do what I always say. This job, if you can ask any infra engineer, and for all, madam, I'm telling you, they will be really happy into this trade, because what has made us, we were master of our trade, but now we become jack of all. We know little bit of compliance, little bit of commercial, little bit of tendering, contracts, beyond maintenance and projects. So and then there's a valuer. Coming back to asset disposal comes that you have to appoint a valuer to know the exact value of that particular asset. There are government approved valuers. They will tell you the value of asset which you are selling in the market is 0 or 1. Lot of times I'll tell you, even though value of your asset becomes 0 in your books of accounts, if you sell it to the right e-waste energy disposal, you will get a very good value of it. My experience tells me, suppose I take a new battery at the cost of say 10 rupees. For old batteries which are used for 2.5 years, I will get back 5 rupees. That means straight away, I am paying 5 rupees to my new battery. This is what the market is right now. Disposal as having a very good business. Disposal of any asset will give you a very good amount to your organization. Then what the company will think? This engineer is ready to install new systems for the betterment of the infrastructure management. But similarly, he is also looking into the aspect how much is asset which I have used for last 5 to 10 years is fetching me the value in market. Suppose they will be very happy ना, जिसका बुक में वैल्यू 0 है, उसका मार्केट में अगर मंदार is selling that particular asset at 5 rupees, they are very happy. And the trade is very clear. Moment any e-waste permission get the contract, he has to deposit the amount into our account through bank, and then he can take the assets from our premises. Everything on his account. And it is all, there is a form which he has to fill. He will tell you the form, this is a form number so, form number so, he'll fill it to government. So everything is legal and compliant. So moment you are infrastructure engineer, you get in touch with electrical, mechanical, civil, finance, accounts, your compliance and legal department for all these aspects. Yeah.
So anybody wants to ask anything? So, okay, so there is a poll questions for you all based on the what we have discussed now. For life of an asset. What factor is most critical for extending the life of an asset in IFM? So what do you think will be the most critical for extending the life? Predictive maintenance, regular energy audits, or both of the above? Both of the above. So most of you are responding both of the above. 65% we have got for both of the above. And okay, 30%. So, sir, what is your view on this?
So it's very tricky question actually. But anyway, some people who have an engineering background, they say predictive maintenance. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things which is most important for any engineering establishment. You have to predict what and when so something go wrong with an asset. There are a lot of checks. But as I said, energy audits are carried out every 3 to 5 years based on the organization requirement. So I'll go with predictive maintenance, which they have said. Although they have said that both are, I know that both of them are very important. But out of both or two, what is most important is predictive maintenance or preventive maintenance along with the same. Because if you have a good predictive maintenance along with the preventive maintenance, then you can stop the breakdown.
Okay, sir.
Which means what? Everything stopped. So there is no business continuity planning. There is no risk management and all. That's what it is.
Okay. Okay, so I'm ending this poll now,
Yeah.
everyone. We will move on to the next slide. There is one more poll which is related to what you will be learning in the coming up slide. So according to you, what do you think is more important here?
Yeah.
So let's find out the answer in the next slide. We will find it out. But for now, give your opinion. Which security aspect is more crucial for data centers? Electronic security, physical security, or both of them? Which is more crucial in the two? Okay, sir. So we are getting maximum answer on both, and 6% only are saying physical security, electronic security. 32% are saying that. So, sir, yes, many of you haven't responded yet. So please, can you respond now? Okay, so I would like to have your opinion on this.
Same.
What do you think?
I mean,
Okay.
64% both is right.
Both is
are
correct.
most important, because I tell you, physical security will deter, electronic security will further deter. But now you have access control, correct? It will allow you whether you are going to allow to access into particular area or not. Some people are not allowed, some are allowed. System will record something from a person from his entry to exit. So you are absolutely correct that both security are very, very important aspects of any of the building having their own systems or having data center or data center buildings.
Okay. So I'm ending the poll here, and we will move on to the explanation. Hello, sir. Yes, you can come. Okay, sir. So for this electronic and physical security, as per sir said, both are very important. So we can have a little explanation on this. So
Yeah. Now there is a physical security aspects which I said. You will wonder that as a engineer, infra engineer, how I can handle. Now a lot of companies, this IFM, that means infrastructure facility management, comes from the administration department. So the admin department handles the physical security and all. I'll tell you, in my experience tells me that the person who is an engineer by profession can handle physical and electronic security both very, very meticulously and properly. This is what my take on. I mean,
okay.
because you will learn in the process what you need to do. Because anyway, engineers are anyway having the very good analytical skills of any situation. So normally in any organization, they don't they will hire a fire and security manager per se, but the controlling person will be always an engineer. So we have to what you do in a physical security, that we main gate security, decision areas, lifts at ground floor, basement, critical areas, passages, material inward and outward, landing locations, firefighting systems, and then critical engineering assets of machines. These all physical security are guarded over there. They have a regular checkup of these all areas. They will check operation of these areas, and they have their written down methodology what they have to do every day. Next comes electronic security. Then you have to have the entrance management, like you have seen the baggage scanners, door frame, hand material. All the three come in picture. Building and asset surveillance and control. Then it has access control system, CCTV systems. Nowadays, CCTV systems are come up with the analytics, like the camera and software is so intelligent, like you find it in the airport. Suppose there is anything which is not supposed to be there in a particular area, and suppose I forget my phone on a common desk like this one, camera says that normally this type of object is not there lying in the particular area.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. We are getting some background noise. Can you just minimize it?
Background noise. Hold on.
Oh.
Shravani.
Sorry, you are on speaker.
So I informed them somebody entered in the house. So very sorry for that. So then you have a building asset and surveillance control. That I was on a CCTV. Nowadays CCTV are so intelligent system that if anything they found which is not normal, because CCTV has certain area. I have to cover this area. Now what I have for my camera, this is one table. I am sitting. There is a PC over here. There's a camera and there's a printer in my desk. So now, so suppose anyone puts some other device over there, like he puts the mobile phone there. Now the camera will highlight that there's something there, something there. Mobile phone which is not regularly on the printer is found there. So why it is like this? So now it is the operator of CCTV should check. Yes, as over. So he will immediately go and take action on that particular case. This is what it says, that every system has become intelligent now, but how to operate and how to get a good results and act on the things is most important. Fire protection is anyway, I should not say in detail on the fire protection, because fire protection are certain things which are getting huge importance. Whenever you have a large fires in buildings, every day it's a front page news. There is a fire in building, firing building, firing building. Let me explain you all guys who are infra engineers or who want to make a career in infra engineer, that you should know what is fire alarm and firefighting systems. At least not in, if not in depth, then at least 70% of it systems you should know, because any building which has to be safe, which building to be safe should have this both physical security, electronic security, and including the fire alarm systems and fire systems which are regularly required. They are lifesavers, man. Lifesavers.
Okay. Great.
Next.
So great to know that, sir. Definitely we need both. And so we will move on to the next one.
Right. Now, data center are done with a complete risk management. Like, suppose you have a particular data center which is there in any premises. It will have the building will have the two staircases. One is main, one is fire staircases. Every floor will have one entrance and one exit distantly located. You have, suppose you need four prison AC systems, you will put eight. That is four working and four standby. It is called N plus four. Suppose you have one UPS system, you will put two UPS systems because every machine will get two power supplies. Anytime one gets failed, another will come in picture. So it's a completely data center on any building having critical facilities will build is come with built-in redundancy, what considering factors of risk management and BCP planning, which are the highest standards. Electrical supply also is taken from two different sources of HT. Then you have maybe two different generators. In my building at Dadar, I have two separate power supplies from the statutory authority. I have two separate panels for that. I have two separate routes for that. Even the power supply which are coming through the cable of the two distant boxes are not run in the same duct, same building duct. One duct is at 1 meter place, another duct is at 15-20 meter place. They are really distant. So any point of time, any duct get fire, another duct is available to provide you and power supply. So very important for fire protection, firefighting engineer explain extinguishing system. Now certain company like us or data center, they have this standard ISO 27001, which extensively speaks on electronic security aspects, including physical security aspects. Because what ISO says that any asset, engineering, any IT asset which is giving me a business should be protected internally with the passwords and whatever the controls they have or network control they have. But it should be protected externally. Externally means in the four walls where they are located. They should be protected environmentally. That means what? They should have a UPS power supply. They should have a good air conditioning systems. Nobody should be able to enter that freely, exit that freely. So all these controls to maintain and keep the asset desafest, the ISO 10711 gives you some standards. Those who are wanted to join, infrastructure or mentorship in data centers or any large industrial buildings. Of course, every infrastructure building or company will not have this ISO standard. If you have, they will only for the IT. But in my company, it is not only for IT; it is for all the departments, including it is for HR. Because ISO 27001 also has a HR standards. They have given standard for HR. Although it is mean that information security standard, it means for IS, information security. The standard for information security, which covers extensively towards the entire organization. It covers processes of all the business department, not only IT. It covers IT assets, IT domain, IT infrastructure safety, network safety, then engineering safety, my assets, my annual maintenance contracts, access control system, BMS system, CCTV system, physical security systems. Everything gets audited. So it's very vast standard. It's very good, one of the important standard. Of course, every data center will have it. Companies like NSE might be having it. Companies like who are continuously finance companies having data centers will be having this standard. It's a very good standard. And what I because I learned it because my job was forced me to do it. Like, ISO who is engineer, now you go study and you become in charge for this particular domain in your department. So I didn't learn it in the first year. Now for last 10 years I'm handling it. So now I can say yes, I know little bit of it. Because every year there is an audit, every year you do carry out some audit procedures on the engineering assets. So you learn, and in the passage of time, what it helped me that it can really robust your systems on which you work. Then if you do all these audits are very regular for you because you are very important for the organization. Then you have a lot of audits to check adequacy, efficiency, effectiveness, on maintenance contracts, their services, their service report are proper or not, they are coming quarter or not, schedule has to be made. Suppose in my company I'm handling almost 33 contracts. My team is handling 33 contracts. Every contract has some scheduled visits. Some are yearly 12, some are yearly 6, some are yearly 4. Sorry, all these are scheduled yearly on the 1st of April, and it has to be followed strictly. That is audited very strongly, and any miss of is recorded, any deviation is recorded. So it is very tiresome job. At the same time, if you put your body and mind into it, it's really enjoying stuff. Of course, it's very tiresome. It takes toll out of it. It's very stressed. But now everybody said every job is a stress, so it's okay, fine. Read the note that IT infrastructure management such as hardware, software, data storage, cloud infrastructure, network, cyber security, risk management are not covered in this slide because they are purely IT managed aspects. The ISO 20001 standard which are given there, they heavily attack on this all these things. That is another difference. I think I was having one subject when I learned modern office management, madam. I have to give a complete credit to your course designing team that they have the complete chapter of I think 15 pages on ISO. And I remember that my project which I did was on ISO because ISO 20001 because that was a part of the network security and in front of cloud security what is mentioned. So students, this I have experience actually because I did first modern office management. I was having this particular subject of IT software in which this ISO was one of the important part. So that's why I said, every course will tell you a lot of other things which will polish your existing skills or tell you some new skills. It's right example.
Okay, so great to know that our course was also very helpful in that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And in the first course, modern office management, I was really surprised that what I was doing in my company, which is reflected there in the book, and I was very happy that institute is also taking note of this. This was going in market, so you are all think tank. You should really tell them they have done a great job. Think tank is very important because curriculum designing na, जो भी curriculum design करता है, it should be with the existing and current market trends. What I always, students, what I feel that whatever you are reading there na, in course, they are actually going on in the market right now.
True, sir. We do keep updating our content,
Right,
so
right.
thank you for mentioning it, sir.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we will move on. Now there is one more poll questions for you all based on what we just discussed. So just give your responses here. And so what do you think is the most important goal of energy audit in IFM? What is the goal of energy audit? Why do we have to do it? Identify energy conservation opportunities or ensuring power adequacy. So what is your opinion, everyone? Okay, maximum are responding to identifying energy conservation opportunities. So yes, keep responding, students. 50% only have responded. So please, we would like to have your views on it. Okay, so maximum responses on our first option. Yes. So sir, can we have your views on it?
Yeah, normally earlier people used to do energy audit to find out energy conservation opportunities. Like you find out particular asset is running with a very high energy output. Now, what is the alternative? Suppose I can use that energy another device or another machine which are lesser energy consumption, or you can check whether I can install the solar systems in my establishment on my terrace, so that at least part load I can convert into my like lighting load I can convert into my solar systems. Or can I construct a windmill? That there are certain companies where constructed windmills. I know some companies, I cannot take a name. They have finance companies. They have constructed windmills in Maharashtra, and entire electricity bill which they are paying, they are getting set off. So because they are giving that energy which is generated to the grid, they are getting shut off over here. So all these things have come out of a energy audits only, because energy audit what we did in 2003 and now 24 is completely different dimensions. There are well qualified people available in Indian market. I'm really proud to say, government is doing a very great job. Like now Ministry of Energy and Environment has one week that's called Bureau of Energy Efficiency (BEE). They are offering the certificate courses for energy managers and energy champions, electrical and mechanical engineers. I have seen a lot of mechanical engineers who are becoming energy auditors and contributing really really nice on it. So somebody asked me, Mr. Dyaneshwar asked me right now, what is the right answer to it? The right answer to it is that my answer should be there was no option. It's combination of both. But although if you are saying that identifying energy conservation opportunities, 66% that will also do. But now see, the second one is power adequacy, also very important. But normally this comes in the design phase when you are going to, that is called capacity planning. When you go to capacity planning, it's okay, fine. I mean, if people are saying identify energy conservation opportunity, yes, it is the thing. It is the primary aspects earlier we used to do, but now there are a lot of dimensions added to it. But for today, these two questions, one is right.
So move on. Let's move on to the lighter part of it. That what skills do you think are required in this in IFM? If anybody wants to be
Yeah.
just a
So
minute.
now this is what I feel that we should have this.
Mhm.
Now this you should have this very go-getter attitude, because I'll tell you, being an infrastructure engineer, sometimes you will deal with a white collar people, like management people. Sometimes you will deal with even a
Excuse
mason,
me.
even a mason on a civil engineering side, or a supervisor of some electrical contractor and all. So you required this go-getter attitude in all the situations actually. Then you have to have excellence in communications with, let's say, both collar, blue collar and white collar. You have to learn the tactics to deal some words, some sentences, to learn to deal with the top management people and people of your peer to peer, or your juniors. You have eye for detailing, because detailing requires eyeing for your technical specifications, like risk management, business continuity planning, for doing certain things, that whether it is really mitigating risk which organization possesses for this particular asset, and how it's going to help in great detail. I'm not hungry for a market knowledge, because every nowadays some new system comes in market. So how will it help you? You have to go and attend seminars. There are a lot of companies who do arrange seminars. Like we have a CII, that Confederation of Indian Industries. They arrange seminars on operation maintenance, data center things and all. You can apply there, go there on website, checks what are there, and you can go there, attend the seminars. You have to have a conflict. A lot of things you will find a conflict of ideas, conflict engine things and all. So you do that. You should have a never say die attitude on site. Most of the time में ऐसा होता है कि कम time में a lot of you have to complete a lot of things. The things so you have to have negotiation skills, writing skills, and vocabulary that I told you right now.
Okay.
So this is what, and I already explained. You have to be finance,
Mhm.
accounts, HR, legal, contractors. It's a complete. You can say that you are master of jack of all trade, master of one, jack of all. That's what.
Okay. So we will move on. Like, what career insights you can
Right,
give our
right,
to our
right.
students?
So this is what I have given you, that what career insights which are actually for you. You know, you can be in a commercial building, banking and finance sector. There are a lot of property managers which are entered. Like you might be heard CBRE, then JLL, J Slang, you might have heard. You might have heard Cushman Wakefield. Lot of banks do hire their engineers and their team to manage their entire infrastructure. But what happens is, suppose there are certain clients in a certain company like us, we manage on our own. But there are certain people who wanted to manage, like banks and all. They wanted to manage their entire facility, because they don't have data centers. The entire managed facility through. So they hire a agency, and he will only hire electrical contractor, mechanical contractor, physical security, then housekeeping and all. So there is a scope for engineers to get, like I tell you, a lot of banks has engineering department now. They call premises department, or some people have admin department, some people have infrastructure department. Lot of like SEBI has their own premises department, if I'm not mistaken. You can check them. A lot of financial institutions have their premises department. Premises mainly civil and electrical engineering, mechanical engineers department, which you have. A lot of finance banks have premises, like SBI has a premises department. RBI, I think, is having premises department. That's what I feel. So this engineering requirement everywhere, because nowadays facility has become so critical. That requirement is always there. If you don't want to solve them directly, then you can join all these PMCs, but you have to decide whether you want to go in projects, or project operate maintenance, or build operate maintenance. This is what the list which I have given.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay, sir. So, sir, yes, sir. So, as you have mentioned that you have to deal with the security also at various levels. So, can you tell us how do you handle any stressful situation if you go through, or any guidance for our students?
Yeah, this is what my last slide which says that everybody is having a stress, and I tell you as an infrastructure man, now too you are having mobile. People are connected. When I was starting my career, there is a landline phone. You get a call landline every Diwali, every Dasera, every whatever the Independence Day, every you have Republic Day. I was used to on site because either for something of the project getting to be connected or maintenance to be carried out, because only that day you will get the planned outage. उसके पहले तो आपको मिलेगा नहीं, बिकॉज वही दिन पे सब बंद रहेगा, तो आपको अगर वही दिन पे मेंटेनेंस करना पड़ेगा, प्रोजेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. Earlier days this job used to be termed as ठीक है वो maintenance करता है, but now that maintenance word has gone, it has come in the nice word as infrastructure and facility management. वो ऐसा word आया है उसको, and it is right word because when anything word got attached, management got attached to anything, anyway it enhances its inherent power. So the sector project and maintenance is anyway having its inherent power, but with the management, it has now somebody asking what is mean by IFM. It is infrastructure facility management, Mr. Janishwar. IFM is infrastructure facility management. Now you have to follow the hobby. Now I have a hobbies of watching movies, of course not on OTT, going into theaters. I still do not watch movie on OTT because I feel that movies should be enjoyed on a big screen, not on OTT. I used to still do it. Today I'm going to see the movie Fighter also. I already booked the tickets. I'm really candid with you. Then avoid comparing your success with your team members. ऐसा होता है कि अपने टीम में कोई भी आदमी ऊपर चला जाता है, सैलरी से चला जाता है. कंपेयर द नॉलेज एंड डोंट गो इनटू दैट रैट रेस कि ये मेरे साथ में था, उसको इतना बड़ा हो गया. डोंट जॉइन दैट bandwagon of people. Nowadays I can see a lot of things happening every around. No, you will judge his statute based on what position he is working in the organization professionally. ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. हमारे साथ के लोग हमारे दोस्त ही रहते हैं, they are our friends, and whatever is there, any malice is there, and you can reduce by the way of communication. तो ये कंपटीशन का जो होता है ना, सक्सेस कंपैरिजन, वो मत करिए आप. Every now and then everyone will get what is their due, sir. इतना मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ. Time for self, खुद के लिए time निकाला करो. I have a lot of 2 or 3 of my friends are the psychologists. So whenever I used to get frustrated because of a lot of heavy burden of job and all. Not frustrated because what to do. Everything is urgent. They used to tell me, you have to find a time. एक दिन कुछ मत करो, walk करो, या enjoy yourself, read something, stop that work. It will happen. It is not that if you don't go, it will not happen. It might not happen that efficiently or effectively which you are doing the way you used to do. So somebody else will do that job. So ये मैंने ठान लिया हूँ. After 25 years of working in this field, it's very stressful, and you are very demanding. You will never get to go with your family members. और जब भी 3 दिन का छुट्टी आता है, I mean now this 25, 26, when last month, when you have in the month of December, 3 days you are having off. Saturday 23rd था, Sunday 24 December था, 25 December was Monday. तो वो दिन हम लोग सब साइड पे थे. वी आर डूइंग यूपीएस इवेंट. 3 दिन हम लोग वो दिन साइड पे थे. So you cannot help that increases the stress. What I've encouraged the habit of walking. I was a lot of doctors and a lot of psychologists say that you have the habit of walking. One of the very old man who stays in our society, 95, is still fit and fine. He tells me that whenever you get frustrated, either you go and have a nice bath with a cold water on your head, or if it's raining very heavy, then you walk. It's like madness, you walk with a barefooted in the rain. You will find all stress has gone. So I asked him, how can it be? He said, nature is very great. When you have a water or air around you, it cures you, it heals you automatically. And I have did that. I have walked in rain in my society. It's a very big, so it's a very big complex of 3-4 acres. So I can walk in the rain without any umbrellas on, to remove the stress and all. Like when we used to be small kids, we used to go play in the rain without bothering कि मुझे fever आ जाएगा या आ जाएगा. You have to do like this. You should be some small kid living in you if you come out of the stress. Like I say that do what movies of my choice. It's a really great tool. YouTube में मैं dialogue सुनता हूँ. I get whenever I feel really down, and I said no, nothing will done. What I'll do, I just switch on YouTube and I just see some of the scenes of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan or Rajnikant, like the way they narrate dialogues, the way they appear in front of people. So that gives me some motivation. Or I just listen to Mr. Sandeep Maheshwari, मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर. तो ये सबका चीज सुन के आपको काफी अच्छा 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 लगता है कि there are people who can really motivate you, and YouTube is a great tool, right? I tell you, there are a lot of things, if you really want to be a good leader now, you just go to YouTube and you can log on to Saurav Ganguly 2010 I am Kolkata speech. Saurav Ganguly 2012 I am Kolkata speech. You just see as a leader what you have to speak in IIM. He's not bothered whether in IIM there are a lot of management people around. They are all white collar. He has spoken like very freely and addressing any general audience. So you will find sometimes Arnold Schwarzenegger. There is one clip of Arnold Schwarzenegger on the YouTube saying that there are a lot of naysayers around. They will tell you, "Ye mat karo, ye mat karo, wo mat karo." But you do it because you will find a new pathway in this, and then you can guide people. Like Steve Jobs, there are a lot of lectures of Steve Jobs available. Even Sham Malik Shaw, on the basis of the new movie has been got released. Sham Malik Shaw is still the first film marshal of India. He's having his YouTube lectures, which are on YouTube, and this is what he is. Long drives pe jao on cycles and all. So I'm saying, and down memory lane, go back to memory lane, watch cartoons. I used to watch. I still watch cartoons alone when I'm there and I feed. We'll find very childish, but then you just laugh aloud. Correct? When you watch some cartoons, Tom and Jerry cartoons. Nowadays, cartoons have changed now for our kids, but now I start read books in mother tongue. If you have read autobiographies, I have read autobiographies. A lot of people like Andre Agassi. I'll recommend you one autobiography. Andre Agassi autobiography. Open is his name. Andre Agassi. It's very big book, but do read that. Suppose you know who is Andre Agassi. Kaun tha? He was one of the best tennis player of my era, 1990s and 2000. And he was very flamboyant. You can read his autobiography. You will come to know how Steffi Graf had changed his life. So this is Steffi Graf is another champion tennis player. Both of them got married, and how Steffi Graf had changed his life. He has given champion means Steffi. He said, "No, I was a champion. Steffi was a champion in great sense." That book is tribute to his wife, actually. To say that. So autobiographies will really, motivate you.
Great, sir. Good to have your.
Right. But do follow your hobbies, हाँ. ऐसा मत सोचो कि ये मैं क्या hobby कर रहा हूँ, ये कर रहा हूँ, लोग क्या बोलेंगे. Boss, it is your stress. You have to manage it. It is आपका shoot का stress है. कुछ भी करने दो, आपको manage करना है. Sometimes your antagonist family tell them, नहीं अभी मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँ आपके साथ. I'm going alone. I'm going to watch movie of my choice. I not movies of your choice. मुझे मेरे choice की movie देखना है, मेरे choice का fun करना है. एक दिन मुझे every family member will allow. Or tell them to come with you. They will come with you if they want you such a bad day.
Good insights on your stress management.
Yeah.
So
Can we go next slide?
Yes, sir. So, sir, before, because now we are at the end of the session.
Yeah, last slide. Yeah.
Yes.
Now this is a very important slide, which is not actually related to the but what I learned with a lot of bosses of mine and a lot of IS officers whom I meet, because we have a lot of committees on our companies, or like IS officers and IPS officers, and a lot of great engineers of big institutions of Tata and all. They're on our engineering committees. They used to have all these things in their lecture. First is Jo Dar Gaya Soch Mar Gaya. It is a very famous dialogue of Mr. Gabbar Singh, narrated by Mr. Amjad Khan in movie Sholay. They says any critical situation, if fear catches you, you're gone. And if you're gone in fear situation, your confidence is so low, you will tell yourself, "Abhi isse mein ubar nahi sakta hu, main to gaya." So never allow fear to crisis. Fear stop rational thinking. तो उनका ये डायलॉग था, आई कैनॉट टेक हिज नेम, बट ऑलवेज से जो डर गया सोचो मर गया. तो ये हमेशा आप याद रखिए. एंड दिस इज वन ऑफ द फेमस आईएएस ऑफिसर्स whom I interacted with from Maharashtra state, but I cannot take his name. He's still alive, but he used to stay always alive. He's still like this one. This is what he did. Now this next one is Dabar साहब. मैं आज भी फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं उठाता. There are a lot of in contracting area. you are an engineer, there are a lot of people will come to you, sir, हम आपको ये देते हैं, आप हमारे लिए ये कर दो, we will give you this. A lot of lucrative things they will tell you. We'll call you for seminar, we'll give you this price, that price. कभी मत करिए, बिकॉज एक बार आपने उनके फेंके हुए पैसे उठाए ना, तो फिर बार बार वो आपको वही करेंगे. तो दैट डायलॉग ऑफ अमिताभ बच्चन रिटन बाय सलीम खान ना, डाबर साहब मैं आदमी फेंके हुए पैसे नहीं उठाता, is actually we can say lifeline for lot of such engineers who want to remain honestly in the trade in which they are working. Second, third one is for all engineers or for even for housewives. काम जो हम चाहे दाम दो तुम चाहो. House will also tell ना their mates कि जो काम मैं करती हूँ वो तुम करो, दाम तो आपको मिल जाएंगे. So for contract we will say the same thing. Whatever your deliverables in the contract, बाबा आप वो मुझे दे दो, काम जो हम चाहे we'll pay you what is agreed in the contract. Don't worry about it. And on that time, moment to do that, na, you become very favorite of the contractor. They will allow you to do the work. They will put their own money in get the project work completed, and they will go and tell your management, sir, ये आदमी इसके हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. I have experienced this thing. I am not that is for someone else. अगर कोई और मुझे बोलता तो मैं काम नहीं करता था. इन्होंने बोला इसके लिए मैंने काम. I said like this to my bosses. It is not done for my company. वो company is got benefited. But since my boss told me, Manda, will do it. हमारे पास time नहीं है. Entire team did it for that boss because I told my team, it is not me, it is our boss wants it. Such a name in trade, such a nice man. So because he's always like this. He's always like this. He has never feared. Then he has never thrown whatever the money has been thrown to him. My ex bosses. So we have to worship those bosses. So काम जो हम चाहे दाम दो तुम is what. और मैं और there is one famous dialogue. If you see the first Sardar movie, Sarkar movie of Ram Gopal Verma, this some person comes and he wanted to talk with Amitabh Bachchan and he says कि मैं आपसे अकेले में बात करना चाहता हूँ. When his team members are around, Amitabh Bachchan says, समझ लो कि मैं अकेला ही हूँ. So what he says that I am not me, I am we all around. So there are people around you who will try to find weak link in your team, or you will find weak link in you, and they'll tell you कि सर जरा आपके साथ 2 मिनट बात करना है. Moment you do like this ना, आप गए, आपका टीम का पूरा विश्वास उड़ जाएगा. I always believe Saurav Ganguly's speech when he said, the thing which I used to speak in board management committee meetings, I used to come out and speak the same thing in my team meetings. कुछ भी हिडन नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि I am a captain. So that's why I have recommended you that you read a lot of that Saurav Ganguly. I am 2012 speech. If you are a Saurav Ganguly fan, you should definitely watch it, even if you are not watching, because the leadership, how leadership should be. It's a 45-minute speech, but it's a fantastic speech. Acha, bro, I have one very important question. Very sorry, it's gone beyond the time. Can you remember any of more such lines for our trade or trade which you are working? Any such more lines, some dialogues which you feel yes, ऐसा हमें करना चाहिए हमारे professional life में, हमारे life में. Just a fun question to all. Anyone can tell you one name.
Anybody, if you want to say, you can unmute yourself. Okay, anybody?
I'll tell you one more line. One more line of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan only, directed by Salim Khan. कालिया जहाँ पे खड़ा होता है, लाइन वहां से चालू होती है. That means you are the one जो बोलेगा वही होगा सर. ये सिचुएशन में मैं जो बोलता हूँ वही करना पड़ेगा आपको. Everybody will follow me. That's it. So one more line is this: कालिया, you should have this confidence in you that you are the one who is really going to drive all these things of your domain. It's no one other around you can force you.
Great, sir. Great insights and nice way of telling and motivating our students that they need the qualities of a leader and how they can.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be that. That's what I think when you are in facility, you deal with a lot of people. No, top blue collar, white collar, everybody is around. You have to be very go getter and mingling with them and all. A lot of things you have to do. And man management only survive you in this field. Nothing else but man management.
Okay. So students, we are at the end of the session now. I would like to request you all, if you have any queries, you can ask now. You can unmute and ask your question. I am again launching the first question which I presented to you all in the poll. The first question again, just let's see if you have changed your responses. So I am launching it again, and I would like to have your answer on that, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. So can you see the questions again, students? Yes. So everyone, you can go give your response here, and let's discuss the answer as we are at the end of the session now. Now, what do you think after the session? Have your answers changed? Okay. Security and surveillance. Still, we are getting maximum response there. So, yes, sir. Quickly, everyone, please respond.
Yeah.
And once we get your responses, I would like to have your opinions. So, what do you feel on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 59%, 61% now has responded to security and surveillance. Okay.
Fine.
So everyone, yes. So sir, we can have your answer.
Yeah,
which
poll
is-
one, my answer will be electrical and power system, very essential, because if you don't have electricity, HT, LT connection, BG sets as a backup power, UPS systems also, you're not able to run your show. But I'm very happy that people are now coming towards security and surveillance. You know, there was a complete major. I can make this up because some days back also I was in some of my office giving lectures. The people say that the whole shifting has been done in security and surveillance systems because a lot of IT, incur into it. So I was this security surveillance means, it's physical security, not the IT security. But I'll go with first one, electrical and power systems. Rather than all allied engineering systems, because we handle all. So, security, fire, surveillance is part of that. Fine, it's okay, fine.
Okay. So students, if you have any question, please you ask now that we are at the end of the session, or anybody, if you can put your feedback here in the chat box. How you like your this session? If anybody wants to convey what they have learned from this session. Yes, sir. Yes, Lalji Nishant. So please unmute if you want to speak anything.
Hello, good afternoon, Mandar sir.
Yeah, Mr.
And
Ajit,
thanks for this. Yeah, thanks for this class.
Okay. Yeah, tell me. I'm happy.
I have three questions. About them. Number one is the which has not covered yet about the lithium batteries, which is the best fire
okay. I'll tell you. Good.
Best fire extinguisher for lithium batteries. Who are dealing or working with them? Number two is about ISO 50001. Energy management is sufficient or need any other ISO system, whatever you have explained during the entire season.
Correct.
And number three is about the e-waste management.
Correct.
Actually, government measurement given in kgs, and maximum organization are doing electromechanical making electromechanical components.
Right.
They have also maximum iron parts.
Correct.
But they are included them.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So share your opinion on it, sir, and how we make how we.
I'll tell you one by one. Your first question on lithium batteries. Lithium batteries.
Yeah.
Now see, for UPS systems, we have normal lead acid batteries, man. Earlier people, I still use lead acid batteries. Lithium batteries, what lot और manufacturers say 10 साल का गारंटी आपको मिलेगा. Okay, 10 साल में आपको देखने का जरूरत नहीं है. But on paper, they will tell you only 5-year guarantee. Now cost is bomb. If this battery is costing 1 rupee, that battery will cost you maybe 125 rupees or 30 rupees. It is 160% more than normal cost. Okay. Now एक तो ये हो गया, आपको कॉस्ट बढ़ गया, गारंटी भी नहीं है आपको. ये बैटरी आपको 2 साल के गारंटी में आएगा. एंड लिथियम बैटरी इफ यू वांट टू प्रोक्योर, दैट विल कम इन सच अ हाई कॉस्ट. 300% ज्यादा कॉस्ट है कि आपको बोलेगा 5 साल का मैं आपको वारंटी देता हूं. ओके, ये तो ठीक हो गया. बट देन व्हाट अबाउट डिस्पोजल? गवर्नमेंट हैज नॉट स्टिल कम आउट ऑन द डिस्पोजल स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑफ लिथियम. नाउ आफ्टरवर्ड्स, सपोज 10 साल के बाद में आप लिथियम डिस्पोज करने को जाते हो एंड देयर आर नो पॉलिसीज, then unnecessarily you will keep this battery in your establishment that will occupy the area, occupy the spore space and the danger of erupting that in a cause of bomb. तो इसके लिए हम लोग अभी भी we are really going slow on lithium batteries. Everything is fine. I mean, environment clean है वगैरह वगैरह सब कुछ ठीक है, but still there is no clarity. And the guarantee which is offered by every lithium manufacturer is only 5 years on paper. दे से 10 साल चलेगा, बट उसको कोई गारंटी नहीं है. और इतना कॉस्ट देके अगर मेरा 5 साल के बाद में सपोज दिस गेट्स काउंट ऑफ, देन आई एम आस्किंग द मैनेजमेंट, so why to play with that fire? That's why we are still going with, and a lot of companies are going with only still lead acid batteries only, and battery manufacturers also now again changing to lead acid batteries. They are not saying that you go and buy lithium batteries. Now I don't know about aerospace and all, neither I don't know about FMCG sector, or I don't know about oil sector and all, what they are doing for the UPS systems or the systems around batteries. But I don't think still they are not going with the lithium batteries. That's what my opinion is. ठीक है?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
दूसरा आपका सवाल
Hello.
था.
Yeah.
Second question was?
Yeah, second question was related to ISO 50,000
ISO.
energy
Now,
management system. Yeah.
Now energy management has a different ISO. Okay, ISO 27001 is an information security standard. Okay, it is for only for IT, but IT and its asset.
Okay.
IT and its assets. Now suppose IT as an asset, your systems support to data center, machine systems like UPS support, DHL support, electrical system support, air system, access control, BMS सब support करता है उसको. तो they say जो भी support करता है उसको तो ISO के घेरे में लाओ. Now what you are speaking about energy management has a different perspective. ISO doesn't cover any energy management. ISO doesn't cover any energy management. Doesn't cover any energy management. It covers
Okay.
asset protection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And third one is MPCBN standard. Like there is a confusion.
Yeah.
They say that all the copper etc. in air conditioning, even electrical devices, should be sold as an e-waste. I fully agree.
Yeah.
There is also confusion about some companies do ask for your
CPCB.
EPR. MPCB चाहिए या CPCB चाहिए. The contractors are saying that CPCB ने MPCB को बोला है मुझे license देने के लिए, I am getting this license. Then they are asking for some EPR login in government of state, Indian government side. There's still a lot of confusion going on. We are also discussing with our legal department and compliance team how to sort that out. But if you ask me if MPCB is given license to any of the furniture or e-waste disposal person, then it is okay. That's what it's something that's okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lalji, for your question, and thank you, sir, for answering it so well.
Yeah.
So students, now we will end the session. So before that, I would like to just inform you all that we do put the recordings of all our Synergy Sphere session on YouTube channel. So you can go and check our MITSD YouTube channel for all the past Synergy Sphere sessions. And if you want to leave any feedback about us, you can definitely put it here in the chat box, or you can email us also at thank you so much, Lalji Nishan. Always he gives a detailed feedback. So, and also if you have liked the session, please rate the session on your LMS. You will get, once we end the session, you will get an option of rating the session on your LMS. So please rate it, and if you want to leave any comment over there, you can even leave a comment and any suggestion if you have. So we will be glad to get it from you. So now at the end of the session, I would just like to inform you all just a summary of what we have learned in today's session. So today's session provided us with an overview of the infrastructure and the facility management, as you have seen, in commercial banking, financial institutes, as well as in the data centers. And we also covered many key aspects such as various engineering services which are required for this, and project development, tendering, procurements, operation and maintenance of what we require for IFM, infrastructure and facility management. Additionally, it addressed the lifespan and disposal of engineering assets, security systems, and compliance with audits like ISO and energy audits. So it also provided an insight into relevant personal and management skills which you need to be a part of this industry. So thank you so much, sir. Anything else if I have missed, you can definitely add to it.
Thank you. I think I was quite exhausted. I'm sorry for the students because, unless and until I tell you everything, I thought nothing should be missing. Nothing.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for this, and thank you for your insight and for this engaging session, and the way you have presented it, the way you have put your insights, and definitely shown your dedication and your experience and expertise. So thank you once again for your time and for your valuable information you shared with our students.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, especially.
Thank you.
to
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you, everyone. And if you all are, if you can stay, we can have a quick screenshot of you all that you were in the session. So if you can switch on your videos, and we will have a screenshot here. If you can switch on your videos, we can just have a screenshot here that you all are in the session, and then we'll quickly end it. Can you please switch on your video, students? I know we had extended it a little bit. So thank you for bearing it and staying here online. Okay. Yeah, we need a few more cameras, please switch it on. Okay. Yes. Thank you everyone. Please stay online. I'm clicking one more. Yeah, please switch on your cameras everywhere. Yeah, thank you. I have good screenshots. So thank you so much, and keep attending our sessions. And if you want to be a part of this session as a speaker, please give your name on our email, synergy.spear@mitsde.com, and we will connect.
Madam, they have any questions to me on any of the topics which are already included in my presentation? They can call you. They can put it in writing, and I can answer all the questions if I know something.
You all can definitely connect with me. You can even put your doubts on our or on email ID.
Yeah, I can handle them. No issue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, students.
Thank you,
And have a good day, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thanks, MITSDE, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.